Right, it's the 26th of October 2020. I'm Frenchy Grimeswood. I'm doing the course with the NCFE in Counselling Skills Level 3, and this is Stu who's agreed to participate with me, so Stu Beavers. We'll crack on. We're starting off with psychodynamic therapy and we're going to go straight into it. So, hi Stu. How are you feeling today?
Better than I have been feeling.
Yeah? So, in the last session you came in, we discussed quite a lot of different things, but some of the areas that really stood out were the fact that you don't quite like your job, and there were some reasons behind that which we can go into, and you were feeling a little bit depressed. You are taking medication to try and control that, so we can look into that as well. But can you tell me if there's been any changes since that last meeting we've had? And can you talk me through anything that may have changed from the last time we had a chat?
Yeah, so I'll just talk about work. I've still had a lot of time off of work. I've had about 3 months off now, but I do bits now and again with the odd day in work. But like at times I feel maybe I am picking and choosing when I'm going into work, because I know I've got that flexibility to have time off. I'm struggling to keep motivated in work as well. So I can see that my boss is getting on to me a bit, and yeah, I'm just struggling. But I have got closer to some members of the team in the office.
Okay. So I hear that you're saying that you're feeling a little bit better, but there's still some areas that we can look at, we can discuss, isn't there?
Yeah.
So you said you're feeling better. Can you tell me a little bit more why are you feeling better?
I think based on the last chat we had, you highlighted some things and gave me some smart tags to develop and move and work forward on, and I've tried to implement them. But obviously, my relationship's got better and stuff. But I feel like just having a better me time and work-life balance, like you said, has helped. So I am still getting a lot of pressure on me from my boss to do stuff, but it's like my motivation I'm struggling with. But I feel that it's maybe the relationship with my boss, possibly. I don't really know.
I understand what you're saying, and I think it's really important to realise that it's not unnormal to feel the way you are with the depression, etc., linked to some of the things that you've spoken about in the past. So we have had that family commitment, or that family moving out, etc., moving away. So I completely get that, and I think they're normal feelings to have in regards to some of the things that you're going through. I know that the last time you were in, we were talking about your work and the fact that your boss may have said things that, or spoken to you, and you thought there was some form of gossip going on.
Yeah.
You're saying that that's a lot better now.
Yeah, I feel like there's still something like an issue or tension between me and my boss, but I do think that for whatever reason, I'm not too sure, with my work colleagues, I feel like I've got a closer relationship with them. I don't get how I've made this like bridge, if you like, but still I'm struggling with work. So it is nicer that they're making more of an effort with me, I'm guessing, to get me into work. But obviously I do still need a little bit more help and a bit more prompting, because that's why I'm here today. Okay,
I get that, and I can really hear that you're still using words like struggling, and you still use depression. So I think there's still some there.
Yeah, I'd say definitely. Yeah, there's still a lot of things that I'm struggling to get to terms with, and all the change with everything that's happened and that's happening. I still feel like there is elements of depression there. I feel most of it, obviously there's family and relationship issues as well, but most of it to me feels like it's coming from the work element and just all the stress I'm being put under in my job. I think that, you know, does play parts into it. And like I do have a lot of I have a real low mood at times, and I just don't like have much motivation to do things in my own time, in me time. So again, I don't know if that's because I'm tired from work, or if I'm missing, you know, my work colleagues and friends from work. I don't know. That's hopefully why you can help me here a bit and give me some guidance and stuff.
It really sounds like you find it difficult because you've got this workload, and it sounds like you're constantly saying struggling and you're tired, etc.
Yeah.
So, why do you think you find it hard to motivate yourself?
I'm not too sure really. Like, I don't know if it's just because like I'm struggling with like the workload from my boss, or if it's just the relationship with my boss. Like when I'm at work at times I am happy because of the people I'm around, but I think it's just possibly my relationship with my boss, and like if I have too much pressure put on me, like as soon as I come back I'm not eased into things, I'm just bombarded with things to do, and I feel like I'm just thrown in at the deep end a bit at times, and I need that like steady progression back into work life and things like that. But yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'm hearing everything you say. You're definitely mentioning a lot about. You've gone into more detail with regards to how work is actually getting on top of you and what parts of work are getting on top of you. So you said that you feel like you've been thrown at the deep end, and that you feel as though your boss is giving you more and more stuff. So do you find that the work that you have already is difficult? So.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I feel like it is quite hard. I think probably the thing that doesn't help is obviously you look back before you started counselling me, I was really struggling and I wasn't in a good place. And now I've come forward. I think all that lost time when I was off previously, because I had a lot of time off work, which you know, I think I'm just catching up, if you like, since then. And there's elements I've missed, and it's like the competence of doing the job. I feel like I've maybe not got as much. But again, I think once I slowly get back into the rhythm of things, it might help me out. But when I have low mood, like, yeah, I do have time off of work because I just know that it's going to affect my job. And because I've got a low mood a lot of the time, that's why I'm not in work as often at the minute, because if I wake up and feel I'm having a bad day, I'll just ring in sick.
Okay. So, what do you propose would help you go forward then?
Maybe if I knew like I could do like possibly like a reduced contract at work, or like I only do mornings for a week, or like I reduce my hours but build back up to going full time again, just so that then I know if I am having a bad day, I've only got to get to dinner and then I've got the rest of the day to myself to deal with how I deal with it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If that's something that can be done, or...
And does that feel like an option you'd like? Does that sound...
Yeah, I think I'd obviously need to sit with my boss, but I'm a little bit like, I don't feel comfortable enough approaching my boss to do it and sitting down and going through something with my boss.
Okay. Do you feel as though talking to me about it is starting to give you time to think about things. And
Yeah, definitely. Like I see things in a different light. When you like just ask a question, it makes me think a bit more and like go over things in my head, and it makes it clear. So I do think like since the counselling, I have like come on more and I've progressed in what we've done and things. So yeah.
okay, yeah, right,
Have you got to say that thing again?
yeah.
Right,
Hi, I'm Frenchy Griswood. I'm doing the NCFE Level 3 in Counselling. This is Stuart Beavers, who's going to be helping me out, and as I said, I'm Frenchy Griswood. We're going to be doing person-centred therapy. So, hi Stu, how are you?
yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good.
Been struggling a bit with like over the past few weeks, but I feel like I've come on from where I was.
Okay, so by struggle, do you want to tell me a little bit more about that? What do you mean struggling about?
Yeah, so I've had some like, I've got a lot going on at work, I've got a lot going on in regards to like my personal life and my relationship, and yeah, my girlfriend's just got a new job, like working away a lot, like on the aeroplanes as cabin crew, and it's just challenging at the minute, so I don't get a chance to see her, and at times I'm calling and like calls aren't being picked up, and like they're active on social media and things, and I'll call straight away, so I know that they're there and they're not picking up the phone for whatever reason, but at times like there'll be another day where we'll be okay, and like I'll ring and we'll like call at certain times when we know we're both free, and like we seem like we're going somewhere, then the next day we're down, and it's it's quite hard, because I work away quite a lot. So yeah.
Okay, so what I'm getting from all of that is you saying that your relationship can be quite good at times, but a lot of the time there's issues because you can't get hold of them when you want to get hold of them.
Yeah, I mean, like you look back probably like a few months back, and like it was really really hard, and we were really distant, and I was struggling, for the house and things because I was on my own, and we weren't living together and things like that, and obviously having time off work that didn't help, but I didn't trust to at the start because of work and stuff, but now I can see like there is a trust element, because at times we have good days and bad days, but there seem to be a lot more better days now than there used to be, so to me I can see like we're moving forward, but still there's like some issues.
Okay.
And like my parents have like moved away as well.
Okay. But going back to the relationship with your girlfriend for the moment, it really sounds like you're starting to have a little bit more confidence and a little bit more faith, and it sounds more positive in what you're saying, so that seems to be a good thing, isn't it? The fact that you're starting to have a little bit of trust.
Yeah,
a bit more trust.
I think so. It's just hard with all the change, and like obviously the current times as well. It's just really challenging, and like just with work and stuff, because what I do for my job's quite 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. With cabin crew, it's all hours, every hour is on call or not on call, and I think at times like because I know the uncertainty of shifts and things, her end, like I don't know when we can talk and things like that, and I think maybe I do get a little bit frustrated at times because like we'll arrange to have a call or something, and something always seems to prop up. Now obviously like at times I question whether that is true or not, and I do sometimes struggle to understand that.
Okay, so you're saying that you hope that you want there to be some trust, but sometimes you find it difficult because they may not be, or they may be pretending not to be in touch with you on purpose. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and like I think at times like we could speak more or get in touch. Like sometimes it might be 2 or 3 days, and like I think surely you can just spend 10-15 minutes every day, or twice a day for 10 minutes just to find time just to talk. Like it's a matter of like making the time to talk, and like I just feel like at times there could definitely be more time where they could make to pick the phone up and just have a call, or even just reply and text back to a message, because at times I'm not getting text messages. It's just a matter of ringing or video calling, and that's the thing that excuse me, that's the thing that I kind of struggle to get around in my head and things like that, if you get what I mean. Okay,
so how would you like things to be?
In the perfect world, I'd like to have like a set time each day of when we're going to call and when we're going to talk. But I appreciate that in regards to the job, that's not something that can happen. But surely, like at the start of the day, you know what you're going to be doing when you've got spare time, or if you like your own personal time. Surely 10 minutes or 5 minutes of that personal time could just be spent just having a good conversation and just to see how things are and where we're at.
So
I think as well, like, I don't understand that obviously my parents have moved away and stuff, and like that's challenging, because obviously when she's away my parents aren't about, so I've only got like some friends from work that I've just got close with again to be with, so at times I am quite lonely.
Okay, so it feels like you're struggling even more because the bigger picture is your parents had left, so there's that whole loneliness, and that's what you're saying is the big issue. But on the other hand, you're saying that you think there should be a way of organising 5-10 minutes every day, okay, to have a chat.
Yeah, just to have a chat. Like surely everyone can make a little bit of time just to have a conversation. It doesn't cost anything, it's not hard. The only thing it costs is time. But like everyone can make time, because you can make time for yourself, and just feel like she doesn't make time for me.
Okay.
And obviously with my parents not being here and moving away, like again, it's just like an isolated place where I am, and I'm on my own, and I just need that like other person, or just someone to talk to at the end of the day. Just having that human contact is something, and obviously if you're in a relationship and being really close to someone, that's something that you need, and like obviously I just don't feel like I have that, and obviously like work doesn't help at times, and the family issues, and like I have a low mood and really struggle to get up in mornings and do day-to-day tasks. That's something again that doesn't help, and like I just find it easier talking to someone I'm really close to, and you take that person away, it's quite hard. And obviously I've not got parents around, and I just like having someone physically to talk to, but like, it's quite hard to do.
Have you got any ideas of how you and your girlfriend could move forward?
Yeah, I just think that maybe I could go out and see if she's somewhere, maybe surprise her, or go out and just have a couple of days in the half term that's coming up in a couple of weeks. I could just spend and have us time, maybe have a holiday together or something like that. Okay. Just forgetting about work and things, and obviously like I'm struggling with work and things, and like I am low at times, and it might help us both out. Maybe even she could come to one of the sessions that you do. You know, when I come to my counselling sessions, she could maybe come with us and we could have a joint session. I don't know if that's something you can do to help with.
Yeah, possibly. But in terms of, so that would be it sounds like you want to go away with her and you want to spend some time, you want to try things
Yeah.
out, which is really, really nice. That's good. But in terms of more sooner things, so for example the phone calls, etc., is there anything that you'd want to happen or anything that you could do?
Yeah, I think like we could definitely say like we need to just even have 2 minutes, once, twice a day, just so we have contact every day. And I think just having everyday contact moving forward is something that we need to do, and that will help. But again, like it's just hard with working times and stuff. So.
And mixing both of you. This is, it's the, 26th, 26th, I can't see on the line, 26th. It's the 26th of October 2020. I'm doing the NCFE level 3 in counselling skills. I'm just about to embark on the cognitive behaviour therapy session, CBT. I'm Frenchy Griswood. This is Stu Beavers, who's going to be doing it with me, who's my client. Stu, sorry, starting my timer. No, okay. Right, Stu, welcome back. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better since we last spoke. A few times we spoke, but there's still, I think, things that we can work on and move forward in a positive manner.
Okay. So we've been talking quite a bit about your work, and I know there's been quite a lot happening with work, etc. And you find it difficult environment to be in sometimes.
Yeah. Really.
Could you tell me if anything has come up recently with work?
Yeah. So I told my manager about like my girlfriend threw me out of the house, and I told him in confidence that she threw me out, and then he's gone and told Bob in the department, and from what I gather, things have just been spread about. There's rumours saying it was because I don't earn enough money. There's other rumours saying that I've cheated. There's other rumours saying that I'm just a waste of space. There's rumours going about saying she's cheated and like, yeah, it's just hard. And yeah, like I was really low, not motivated, and it's then affected me coming into work and things. Like the reason that we weren't living together was because she was working away.
Okay. And
this is just spun round that I've been thrown out when actually we've had blips in the relationship. Yeah, every relationship does. But she's working away on the cruise ships and going about the world, and I'm obviously at the flat.
Okay. So could you try and explain to me or have a little think about what upsets you most out of all that big situation? So is it the fact that your boss went away and told people? Is it the fact that people are talking and making up their own mind about things? Is it the fact that it's nothing to do with them? So just have a little think about what really upsets you the most, what really gets to you out of that whole situation.
Could it be a combination of things, or do you just want me to focus on
It could be, but we could look at each individual thing and work our way through each individual one. So is it the boss?
Is that all right?
So look at the boss.
So yeah, like obviously the few points I'm thinking is like the trust issues with my boss.
Yeah.
The other one is just like the perception that my friends and my staff colleagues see of me.
Yeah.
They're like the two main things that I'm quite worried about. So obviously like Bob's spread this rumour, or Bob's had input with my boss. Like that makes me feel bad, but then again, like it's the trust issues with my boss. I've told my boss this in confidence, and my boss hasn't done that. My boss has gone and told other people, and like how do I know what the time obviously that I've had off work, and like obviously I'm still having bits of time off work. How do I know that the reason I'm having off work, how do I know that other people in the office aren't getting told other things, like I've got an appointment for something and someone's making something up?
Yeah. No, I completely understand. I get that.
But like, there was one day when I was at work and I was really, when I first heard about the rumour with Bob, like I did get like upset from it.
So you've told your boss something in confidence,
Yeah,
and the only time you found out about it is when you've overheard or been speaking to someone else in the office.
yeah,
So you know that there's been a breach of confidence and a breach of trust.
yeah.
So when you initially found out, so when you realised that your boss had said something that they shouldn't have,
Yeah.
what was your first initial thought? Well, how did you feel about
Well,
it?
I was really upset but really angry at the same time, and like my moods, I wouldn't say I was low or as high, I was like really buzzing, like in anger and frustration. And then I went to the toilet and just cried, and like I was punching the wall in the toilet, and I was really, really angry and frustrated. And then later on that day, after like I just went home from work, I just texted saying I'm not feeling good, went home. And then when I got home, I just put my favourite film on and just like sat in my chair, and then like went and lay down in bed and watching film and stuff, and I just felt really low and like really down, and I just didn't feel good after that, and I just couldn't believe it really. Like thinking like my boss, yeah, I know we've not had a good relationship in the past and stuff, but still it's really, really hard.
Okay. So were there any images in your mind when you first initially found out, so before you went off and stuff, as soon as you realised that your trust had been broken, is there anything that sprung straight to mind? Any images, any ideas, anything you were thinking about?
Yeah, I just didn't. It's just what other people thought of me. Like, just people might think random things of me or not the truth, and I was more worried about like what I look like to other people's eyes because of what's been made up or things like that. Like, I know the truth, and like my boss does know the truth, but the others don't. For whatever reason, he's gone and started saying other things, and Chinese whispers happen and things get twisted, and before you know it, like obviously I was really down and not wanting to come into work, and like I think maybe at times I don't work as hard as I should or perform as hard as I should in work because of what my boss did and what they've done, and like I can't help the way I feel about it because they've done like what they've done. It's not my fault, it's my boss's fault. Like, yeah, my relationship did have blips like every relationship does, but still like we're trying to overcome it, and like that isn't helping by stirring things in the pot.
Okay. So your emotions were, you felt betrayed?
Yeah, definitely.
And did you say you were sad? And
really sad. I was really angry, and I was like.
And you went to the toilet?
Yeah, I went to the toilet and just cried. I was like, just really upset about it. And then when I got home, I wasn't really upset and I wasn't angry. I was just really down and it just wasn't nice. And then now I look at it and I get angry from it, and I just think, why do people do what they do?
So just rethinking about it gets you back there.
Yeah.
And so your behaviour is as a behaviour of being like sad and stuff and upset, you went to the toilet, you were crying, etc.
Yeah.
But did you have any physical? So how did you feel physically? So you told me about how you felt emotionally, you were crying, etc. How did you feel physically?
I felt physically sick, but like I hurt my hand from when I was punching. Can you see the scar?
Yeah.
I punched the door really hard and it really hurt, just in like the anger element, but that was like a reactive thing that I wasn't expecting to do. It was like a case of it just happened, and it was like impulsive, if that's the word to use. Like I wasn't expecting to happen, and next thing, bang! Like my hand went through the door, and like I cut my hand, as you can see. It wasn't nice, and like I don't know if anyone was in the toilet at the time, I can't remember. After that it was all like a blur. And then obviously I got home and put ice on my hand and tried to cut out myself. Luckily it didn't need a stitch, but like my hand was really swelled, my wrist was hurting. I put some peas on it, and yeah, like obviously the physical damage was on my hand. I did feel sick. I have been sick physically from it, from all the emotion and all the stress that's been going on, and just feeling low at times. That's happened. I've not been eating properly as well, and that's like affected everything that I do and what I am doing. So I just, yeah, there's like a lot of physical elements in it, and I just feel that I need to have like some more sessions, but I don't know if I need to sit down with my boss and talk about it with my boss and like you, or if I need to do it with someone else at a work setting, and I don't really know.
So with regards to your emotions during that situation, how bad do you think you felt? So 0 to 100, 100% being the worst you can ever feel, 0% feeling good.
To 100 being the worst of
the worst, yeah.
I think like 100 because it 90 because of the humiliation, but I think it'd have been 100 if I was there and it happened with everyone in like, the office and the staff room. If everyone was there, I'd like, because it had happened there and everyone was looking, maybe laughing or hearing them and the shock that I had to it. But because not everyone was there, only a couple of people were there. 90.
Okay. And with your response, I know there were several responses, you had your behaviour, etc. So you went to the toilet, you punched the door and you were crying. But going to that punch, what percentage would you put it to being a decent response, or the right thing to do? So 0 being the right thing to do, 100% being not the right thing to do at all.
I think 0, not the right thing to do, but at the time it was the way that I had to deal with it. Like I needed to do something to deal with it in my own peace of mind, and I think punching the door was the best thing to do.
Okay, so 0 being not a big thing, and 100 being the right thing to do. You think you were like 100% or 90% or 80%?
I'd probably say 40% because I needed to do something to deal with it, but I know that wasn't the right thing to do. Like, what's the door done wrong to me, and I punched it.
Okay, and then how do you feel now thinking about it? 0 being okay, 100% being really bad.
Probably say about 60-50%.
Okay, so
Like, it annoys me a bit, but like, I need to talk about it. It's probably why I don't talk about it to other people in the year.